Welcome, everybody. Welcome to... Welcome to Wagon. Welcome to the demo day of batch 128. How are you guys doing?
Amazing!
Good?
Yeah!
Are you excited? I'm very excited to be here today. We, Wagon as a group, we're doing this in 28 cities around the world. So far, we were running 135 batches, and we have over 2,500 alumni. But this, today, here, is the very first demo day in Wagon Bali. Welcome to that. And what a great start we have. 16 students from 10 different countries, super diverse. It's an amazing group of people. I mean, you guys are my first batch. You have a very special place in my heart. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. Probably not tomorrow, but from the day after that, I promise. I promise. Now, 2 months ago, most of our students didn't know how to write a single line of code, apart from the prep work we give them to qualify for this bootcamp. But you know what? We worked really hard, every day from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And they did not only learn the core concepts of coding, they learned 5 languages, being Ruby, SQL, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And most of all, they pitched, planned, and built their own projects. What we're seeing today is the work of the last 10 days of the bootcamp. So in 10 days, in only 10 days, they built a working prototype, and that's what we're going to see today. And if you think about it, coding bootcamps, they're only around for 5-6 years by now. And before that, it was unheard of that you can learn coding and build a working prototype in such a short amount of time. But today, our students, they hit the ground running after only 2 months. And to make sure they also walk straight into a job, our students build a job search application right in this batch. How handy is that? Please welcome team Find My Flock with Kate, Sonia, and Rahel.
Hello, I am Kate, and I am the founder of Find My Flock, which is a successful recruiting platform in the United States where we focus specifically with recruiting developers for companies that are very progressive with diversity and inclusion. Now, I interview hundreds of developers every single month, and I ask them the same 3 questions. What salary are you looking for? What do you value beyond salary? And that random skill that you listed on your resume, how skilled are you in that anyway? This is boring for me, it's boring for them, it's hugely inefficient for the whole industry, and that is why enter the Find My Flock app. Let's take a tour. Let's scroll down a little bit here and see what we find. There are live opportunities right now. These are real opportunities available through Find My Flock. And then we do a little high level of why, again, you should join our platform. First, because we save you time. Second, because you get to search for what matters to you. And third, because by getting all the boring stuff out of the way, you can focus on your interview and developing a connection with the people who you're talking to at the company. Wow, let's take a look at my matches. So as you can see when this dashboard loads, there's only a few jobs here that I'm matched to. This is not Indeed.com. You do not get 6,000 matches to a job that you have to parse through. We are only matching based on, again, your salaries, your values, and your skills. But I want to take a look at my profile and make sure it's all up to date and I am getting the best matches for me. Why don't we edit that? Because you know what? I've added a new skill lately. Okay, first we have some stuff pulled in from LinkedIn. On the next screen, you'll see that I can upload my resume, which allows me to apply for jobs in just 1 click, because I already have all the information that an employer needs. Next, I'm going to choose the locations that are right for me. I'm from Denver, Colorado, so I definitely want to enter that in. I've heard great things about the tacos in San Antonio, so let's enter that one in. For sure want to be remote, maybe. That would be cool. And why not San Francisco, just to mix it up? They've got great parties there. Next, I want to look at my skills. These are pretty accurate, but hey, I just did this 8-week boot camp for Ruby, so I want to add that in as one of the skills that I can be applied to jobs for. And then values. Listen, I'm thinking about my future. I could add in here 60 minutes to the beach, but that's not what I'm about right now. I'm about a 401k, which is a retirement fund in the United States. I'm also about having 80% of my health insurance covered, because that's important to me. 80% actually, not 100%, if we could go back. Wow, what a handy tab there. Next. And I'm just gonna skip this salary thing because my values are more important than salaries. So what's next? Here I'm gonna enter how skilled I am with each of these jobs once again so that I'm not wasting my time applying to jobs that I'm not qualified for. Luckily, I've been a developer for 20 years, surprise guys, so I'm gonna be an expert in every single one of these. Wow, okay, yep, that looks accurate. Let's submit. And once again, here are the jobs that I am matched to. But you know what? I really like the idea of that senior PHP engineer, which once again is a real job through Flock. So why don't I go ahead and just favorite that one? And then we'll take a look at my favorites page to see how many I have favorited so far. Wow, I've got to apply to one of these. My favorites list is building up. Let's click through to one of these and see. Perfect. Okay, I have PHP, I have WordPress. All of this is a match. Great salary. What a bonus. I only have to do one click to apply now. Perfect. Perfect. Let's go back. And then if I forget how many jobs I've applied to, I can just handily go check the board and see, oh, already applied to WordPress developer. I can sleep tonight. Amazing. Now, you may be asking yourself, what is next for Find My Flock? We have a kickoff call on Tuesday with one of the best user experience researchers in Colorado, which is once again where I'm from. And I'm proud to announce that Sonia Montero is officially joining the Find My Flock team as a front-end developer. We already have clients and revenue, and now it will be much expedited and much faster to make even more with this platform. So we're going to continue to grow and seek accelerators and investment money over the next year, at which point I hope to provide even more opportunity to the amazing students of this class because I believe in every single one of you. And soon, someday, Find My Flock is going to take over Indeed.com. There's no way that we aren't qualified for that. We're providing a way better experience. So when we're in the Fortune 500, I want you to remember that you heard it here first. We are Find My Flock, and we improve the experience by making sure that we understand your skills, we understand your values, and we don't waste your time. Thank you.
All right, so all the developers are covered. Find My Flock will find jobs for them. But not all our graduates go into developing roles. In fact, 1/3 of our students start as a junior developer or even freelance projects right out of the gate. 1/3 of our students, they start working on their own startup, and often with the projects they started in Le Wagon. And then we have 1/3 of our students who go back to either their previous roles, being a better version of themselves, or they land a job in the tech industry. Might be as a product manager or project manager, growth hacker, you name it. And in most of those roles, we often need fancy charts. That might be to win a client or to convince our boss to get more budget for our project. And you know, we all know Excel. and Excel is great, but what if it's just not good enough? Please welcome Team Waterfall with Arnaud, Mira, and Freddy.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Moustache, an independent consultant who gets hired by prominent organizations to improve their workflows. To present his ideas and results, he relies heavily on charts. Unfortunately, however, the tools available in the current market are expensive, and he has to settle for using software like Excel, which works, but is time-consuming, and especially so when it comes to customizing charts. Waterfall is about to change this. With Waterfall, Mr. Mustache can create charts in our easy-to-use chart builder and get beautiful results in no time. And, as we will see, Waterfall can also be used by people with little knowledge in chart making. Let's try it now. We are in the dashboard where we can see past projects and create new charts. We can create bar, line, pie, and even waterfall charts. Now, Mr. Moustache has an important meeting right here in Chengdu tomorrow, and he's been asked to create a couple of last-minute charts. Now, let's go ahead and see what he's already got. As you can see, he's been asked by Gypsy Cafe to look at the brownies sold. And the data, it looks pretty sharp to me, except that for January, the sales team at Gypsy told me there weren't actually 2,000 brownies sold, but 5,000. Now that we got that covered, I'm thinking maybe this data would be better represented in a different type of chart. So why not go to the Design tab and see what we can do? Let's try a pie chart. But that doesn't really make much sense, does it? So what about a bar chart then?
Yeah.
That looks pretty good to me, but I'd like to increase the font size just a little and maybe change it to blue. Wow. Finally, let's export this chart so that Mr. Moustache has a nice PNG that he can present tomorrow to Gypsy. But hold on a second. I'm kind of curious to know what this sudden increase in sales is coming from. And I do believe that Mr. Mustache has also been working on a deep dive for the month of January. So let's go back to the dashboard and look at the second chart. So what you're seeing here is a waterfall chart. And this is actually a chart that is quite difficult to make in Excel. What we can see that in December, Gypsy Cafe sold 3,000 brownies. But then the rain didn't really help in January, and they had to put the brownies on promotion, which helped a little bit. But what really made the difference was the arrival of Le Wagon. And there you have it. Mr. Moustache has two beautiful charts that he can share tomorrow with Gypsy. Chart making, easy as that. Now, the version we are presenting to you today was built in 10 days. We only started. In the next release, you will be able to import your data directly into the chart builder, collaborate on your projects, and create more complex charts like the waterfall. And as we are a cloud-based app, these features will be available to you as soon as we ship them. Now, if you've ever tried making a chart, you know how painful it can be. Waterfall makes chart making super simple while giving you impactful results that you can access on any device anywhere you are. We are Waterfall, and we are about to disrupt the way you make charts.
Awesome presentation. Thanks, guys. With those graphs, winning deal's gonna be a walk in the park from now. But you know what comes with a lot of new clients? Business lunches. And I know we all love them. It's great if the company buys us lunch. But having done a few, I at least also realized how much time it takes out of my day. And especially that waiting time at the restaurant. Now, check out the solution from WeLunch with Max, Angeline, and Hassan.
According to an article in Food Newsfeed, the average person waits 23 minutes at a restaurant, while a third wait up to 30 minutes. Now, I've worked in restaurants, and I can tell you that it isn't uncommon for people to wait at least an hour, and that's just for a table. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're gonna tell me, Hassan, I can get food delivered to my office. But we all know that you're a lot more efficient and a lot more productive when you change environments. So we're all busy trying to add time to our lives, which we should because time is valuable. But why should we have to wait? With WeLunch, it makes it simple. Pre-order, set the time, and eat on arrival. So let's pretend I'm a successful programmer and I have a lot of cool clients, right? I use WeLunch to set up a business lunch. I see all these amazing restaurants, but I live on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, so I'd like to eat somewhere close by. So let me use this map here. Okay, I see some cool restaurants near me. But I just remembered my clients are French, and they probably like French cuisine. So I'm gonna search for French and see what comes up. Eventually it'll come up though. All right. I see a couple good ones, but I like Le Bernardin. Let's try that. Okay, here's our menu. Our menu will show us all the price points for each menu item, and a brief description. I like it, so I think I'm gonna set up a reservation for me and my clients. Let's do 12:45. It's the perfect time. Now, only after setting my reservation can I now decide to add menu items to my bill. I'll add a few menu items. I'll confirm my order. Easy. So now we get a bill with our reservation details saying the time, the date, the amount of people, and most importantly, the amount. And you can even pay, so you don't have to pay after you eat. But I know I remember making a couple of other reservations, but I can't remember how many people were there. So let's go to our dashboard. And our dashboard will show us all our future reservations. It'll show us how many people. You can even edit or cancel a reservation. You see how simple that is, guys? You pre-order, set a time, and you eat on arrival. With WeLunch, you're essentially jumping the queue. But most importantly, you are saving time. So, my last question to you is, what are you guys gonna do with all that extra time? Thank you.
Man, we're so business focused, even thinking about food, we're trying to be more productive. Isn't that amazing? And there's a reason for that. The reason is we want to be off work early. We want to have time for a healthy work-life balance. And now you guys tell me, what do you guys do to get an exercise in?
Run. We run.
Yoga?
Basketball. Swimming.
No surfing? Come on, we're in Bali. So I heard running a few times, and if you're a runner, you're gonna love that next step. check out RunDB with Guido, Pablo, and Clément.
Wow. Guys, you are a lot. So, before start my presentation, I would like to ask you one thing. Some one of you have an idea how many runners there are in Europe nowadays?
3 million.
No. No.
50 million.
Yeah, I hear. In Europe nowadays, there are 50 million of runners. And a lot. And if we go on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, we can find almost 70 million runners. And the same number is in Asia. And if I ask you what runner likes to do, what can you answer to me? Yeah, good, easy, but it's not enough. Because a runner want to live an amazing running experience. A runner want to feel part of running community, want to meet another runner, and want to challenge himself. So which best way to do that than join a running race? Nowadays, just in Europe, every weekend there are thousands of running races. Big races, but also small races. And I'm going to speak about this because I am one of these million of runners. I started to run 10 years ago with 5K, 6K. And after 5 or 6 years of training, I started to run ultra trail. I don't know if you never hear about that. Our race in mountain of 150K, 200K. Basically, it means you run for 2 days without stop, day and night. It's something that is between a mystical experience and a race. But as one of these million of runners, every time I was looking for a race, I was struggling. Because the web is full of race programs. But all the race programs are very, very easy to understand, and the experience we can find is usually very poor. This is one of the most famous Italian websites. Come on, what is this? You enter, you choose a race, and they are the information they are going to provide me. How can I choose this race? So I'm very, very proud and happy to introduce you RunDB. The tool to find your next running race. RunDB is a tool for runner and for race organizer. But let's go on the core feature of this site. We have a huge database of races, and we can search race by different criteria, by date, by distance, or by type of race. For example, now I'm looking for a race between 30 and 60K. And I would like to run, I don't know if you never hear about Sky Race. Race in mountain, amazing, up and down, fastest as you can. And wow, there is a Sky Race close to my house, Bergamo, in north of Italy. Let's see what they offer. Maga Sky Marathon. Let's go inside. This is the main page of the race. On the left, we can find all the information of the race. And on the right, we can see a lot of photo, and why not also some video of the race. But if you scroll down, we can find also a GPS map of the race. Yeah? And if we go down again, we can find the review of the runner who ran that race in the past. So it's very easy to find the race that fit my expectation. Maga Sky Marathon looks like perfect for me. And the next step is to click on subscribe online, fill a very fast form, and pay in a safety and fast way with credit card. Then, as soon as I join a race, I can go on my profile. And here, I have all the race that I'm subscribed. And guys, looks like Clement will be very busy in the next months. But that's not all. Because RunDB is not just a tool for runners, but is also a tool for race organizer. And with RunDB, race organizer can promote their event. I know a lot of small race organizers that struggle because they don't have time and they don't have money to create a website, to pay a developer, to manage a subscription system that really works. And as soon as the organizer joins our site, we provide him a dashboard. And from this dashboard, he can add race and edit the race he has. But the most important thing, he can access live to the registration process. And he can know live how many participants his race has and how much is the incoming for that race. And the site to promote a race is free, okay? But our business model is based on the subscription because RunDB is going to take a commission on every subscription that is going to come from the site. And that's all for RunDB, but we are just at the beginning. RunDB will be launched in a couple of weeks in Italy, in France, and in Singapore. There are the country of the great teammate of this group. And for now, we are going to speak with organizer and runner, but for the future, we are very ambitious. And we would like to connect runners from all over the world with all organizers from all over the world to create a huge network of runners and races. And guys, after this presentation, I hope you to meet every one of you around Chango to run in the evening. And I'm sure that if you are going to look for your next race, you can find the one that fits your expectation on RunDB, the tool to find your next race.
So did you realize that we came full circle? We teach technical skills to people. They then create job board applications to find themselves jobs. They build tools to win client deals. Then they build apps to go for expensive business lunches to spend it. And then they need a running app to stay in shape. Now I'm asking you, what's next? What's missing?
Sharing.
Sharing. How could you possibly know that? It is sharing, because if you're so happy in life where we are right now, the only thing that makes you happier is sharing. And one way of sharing is donating. Now, with donations, it often leaves a sour taste with us when we find out how little of our money actually gets to the good cause. But it wouldn't be the amazing batch of 128 if we wouldn't have a solution for that as well. Please welcome Team Remedium with Jan, Philip, and Ben.
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but actually the biggest technological advancement of the last 10 years is not Instagram or Facebook, but it's a thing called blockchain. And blockchain is a new technology that allows full transparency and trackability of assets. And Jan, me, and Ben, we knew about this technology, and Jan had a great idea how to put the way that charities are receiving donations on the blockchain to fully utilize the advantages of the blockchain. Thank you. So let me show you. So we created Remedial, a platform where you can donate your bitcoins to charities globally. And let me show you how it works. Basically, when we researched this universe of donations and charities, we quickly found out that an American charity is spending 37 cents of every dollar that you donate on its own overhead, paying for offices, paying for salaries. We thought this amount is quite ridiculous. So immediately we said, okay, with our platform, only 1% will be used to pay for running our servers, and the other 99% will actually go to the people in need. The next aspect of our concept is traceability. With donations, sometimes you have a sour taste in your mouth that you don't really know where the money is going. But with blockchain technology, you can crystal clear see every cent where is it going. And then the last aspect that we're pretty excited about, we want to integrate big e-commerce platforms such as Alibaba or Amazon into our platform. And basically, when you donate something, we will turn this donation into something tangible, into goods that are needed by charities worldwide. And that way you can make sure that your donation is actually really helping the people in need. So this is our concept. And yeah, let's check it out. We have a couple of charities on our platform, 6 to be precise. And you should probably know 5 of them. Now, Green Books is actually a local charity, an Indonesian one. And we reached out to them and met the founder, Peter. And he told us all about his charity. But I think Peter is here tonight. You can also talk to him about it. But let's check it out and see what Green Books is doing. So Green Books, they are promoting eco-literacy. They're working with kids and they're trying to educate kids about nature and how to protect the environment. You can read through the text. You can contact them. You can have a look at some photos. And of course, they also have a video. But and then here on the right side, you will see what are the goods that Green Books is in need of right now. So they're requesting for their eco-libraries children's science books, but also reusable water bottles, water filters, tote bags. So as I said, we can check out these products. Maybe let's check out the water bottles and see how they look like. So we're integrating Alibaba, and on this, when we click on this link, we can see maybe if the price is reasonable for a charity donation. $1.3, $1.4 seems reasonable to me. I can check out the product. Okay, seems like a good idea to me. Let's go back. And here you have a progress bar. So in total, they're asking for $7,300. And so far, they've raised 44% of this amount. And we have raised $3,200 for them. Well, let's just pretend that you and your office colleagues, you created a little charity run on RunDB. And you raised $1,500. So let's try to donate this money. We click on Donate, and here you can decide with your donation which goods should be purchased. So let's purchase 100 books and maybe 20 water bottles and maybe another 20 of those. So this, too much, maybe 18. So this is a calculator. And so here we have $1,481 US, close enough. So just below our $1,500. And that will transfer on the daily price to this amount in Bitcoin. So now, why don't we prepare a donation? So, as I told you, we're on the blockchain, and what our platform does is we're creating a wallet address for each charity that works with us. So here we are displaying the wallet address that we created for this Green Books charity, and this is a QR code. This is a representation of this wallet address. You could scan this with your phone if you have a wallet app on your smartphone. Or you could just could just copy this to your to your machine, and then let's go into Jan's wallet. So now Jan will log into his personal account where he has his funds. And he will put in his password. So this is a two-factor authentication process. It will take some time, but just bear with me. So we're logging in now, and now Here we have his wallet, his funds. He has 0.96 Bitcoins. And now we can copy-paste the address, that the Greenbook's wallet. And we can also copy-paste the amount. We don't want to donate too less or too much. So let's see. OK, so now you have to authenticate it another time. And after authentication, the Bitcoins will be transferred immediately to the wallet of the charity. This is another advantage of the blockchain. If you would do this with traditional banking system, it would maybe take days. With the blockchain, the money should arrive within minutes. So let's see if it actually arrived. So here we can. So now it's being processed. And you can see the amount down here. So actually, the donation has already been received. So Greenbooks should be a little bit closer to their goal. Yeah. So we've raised 0.5 Bitcoin for them. Let's see. So this was 44. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. So let me just wrap it up for you. Remedial is a global platform. As you can see, it is very fast. We're only taking 1%. It's traceable. We could go to another independent website and have a look at the transaction at the block, and we could find our transaction on the blockchain. Everybody could find it. It's open, and with the integration into e-commerce platform, in the future, once Alibaba or Amazon will accept Bitcoins, we would be ready already now. We would be ready, and then we could really have a closed circuit, and a donation would be transferred into a physical good. And once the goal is reached, we would order it on Alibaba or Amazon, totally automatic, and then we would deliver the goods to the shipment address of the charity. That is Remedial. Thank you very much.
Guys, did you enjoy the demos?
Yes! Yes!
I'm so impressed. I mean, as you can imagine, I knew the topics for a long time. I saw them rehearse, but you know, even on the last day, they do some front-end polish and obviously rehearse their speech, and I just find it incredible. Think about it, they built it in 10 days. And most of them without any previous coding experience, only 8 weeks ago. So yeah, crazy. A big round of applause to all the teams, please. Now, if you ask me, we're not celebrating the end of the bootcamp today. We're actually celebrating the beginning of a new era. Our slogan, "Change your life, learn to code," couldn't be more true. I really believe that all of you actually, your life will take a bit of a different turn from here. And you know, besides being incredibly proud, the thing I look forward to the most is to follow your next steps. Where is this going from here? And thank you so much for letting me be part of that as well. Thanks, guys. Now, if you're in the audience or you're back home watching this, if you're interested in joining Wagon, we're back here on April 9, June 25, and October 1st. And yeah, just go on our website and contact us. And now before we go and get some deserved drinks, I want to take the opportunity and thank some special people. First of all, my wife, Audrey. She operates behind the scenes, but she makes so many things run smooth and it seems effortless. So thank you so much for your support. Thanks for being my wife. Thanks for being here. I also want to thank our hosts from the Free Hotel. That's an incredible classroom we have here. They renovated the place for us. They installed us sockets outside so the students can hang out in beanbags and work outside. Yeah, they made our lives so much easier. Thanks for that. I want to thank Nadia and her team who is doing social media, press, and videos. Thank you so much for helping us. And then, guys, I want to thank our coaches. Give it up. Give it up for Elin. Elin. For Daniel, who can't be here tonight, but give him a big applause. Thanks, Daniel. For Luca. And Inu. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, let's grab a drink. Sampai Jumpa.